no Memorial Day plans this weekend, Reggie?
No. Wife down in Linwood right now, picking up some ribs and some chicken links. We're just gonna sit around the house and
Oh, okay.
eat ribs and chicken links.
Yeah.
What up, unknown Raven guy? Respect, man. How you doing, brother? Amber, 28. How you doing? MD, okay. MD3, salute. What up, unknown Raider guy? Yep. Miller Thomas, respect. Jeremy Alexander. Death is kind of funny, y'all. He retarded funny. King Third, what up, brother? Aren't you from Chicago, King Third? Godfather Prone, okay, respect. J Peso, 1980. When y'all going to interview Rick James? I don't know. Haven't heard from Rick James, seen Rick James in a while. Victor Welch is his name. Look him up. He might be on Instagram or something. Victor Welch. Adolf Vuitton. What up, Reggie? Okay. Why all never talk too much about the DOC? I didn't know the DOC. I only did a agreement with them when he had a lawsuit against Suge, and Jane told some stories about him. But the DOC was on death row before my time. No, he had a baby by Erica Badu, a young lady. I had a daughter that I was trying to sing, that the realist was actually helped doing some writing, and he had told me that he was doing that she was real talented. Saw a picture of her, she looked real good. I'm gonna do a segment one day where all the young guys got all these pretty daughters now. I wish I wasn't so old. Well, I come off like a Chester. I got a guy, D Will, and DJ AG and Johnny Cooper and all of them I'm in the group text with. And they love messing with people's daughters. They show pictures of Arian, Kenya's daughter, which is Dad's daughter, Orlando Anderson daughter, somebody else started this recently. They all got good looking daughters out there. Yep. How you think? Well, when Mendoza, he's a good quarterback, but we still got about 3 years, three more years of pain. I don't talk to Suge anymore. Suge is dead to me. Put a fork in him. Put a fork in that lying, compulsive motherfucker. Reggie, did Dash actually make real money from? Well, nobody got a royalty statement, but man, I'm telling you, everybody was living good back in the day. Everybody monthly was about $14,000 to $15,000 a month at their level. The cars was getting paid for, the insurance was getting paid for. They would get big checks when they did stuff like on soundtracks and stuff. I mean, Suge was the type of dude you can call it ask for $75,000 or something like that, you know? And they will get stuff, get advances or get big checks like that. But Death Row biggest mistake, their biggest mistake was not having a royalty department. I tell y'all that all the time. In the Heron video, they said a bullet was carved with the letter G. I never heard that. Don't believe that. I never heard that. You been watching Neckbone interviews? Yeah. If you keep it real, I set up most of those interviews for Neckbone. Neckbone been he getting a little dementia on a few things towards the end, but for the most part, he keeping it as real as he can. That's how he see it. Red Bone keeps it real. I still think Crow gives the most honest interviews. Danny Boy gives the most passion. And then Neckbone gives the most real interviews from people that's telling stories. You know, he just saw things that from a different perspective on some things. You know, like the major one I have a problem with is that he blamed Ty Stick for setting up Buntry. I don't believe that at all. Nobody I know believes that. When he said the guy that got out and ran out of the car set him up. That's the one thing we'll debate if we ever do an interview, what he meant by that. It was a couple other things. I'm going to save it, keep it close to my vest. It was a couple of things. Cal Capone really, really confused the hell out of him on the interview a couple of days ago. That was put up and got a lot of misinformation out there. So there's some things we'll clear up one day. Napoleon gives the realest interviews. He gives some good ones. But he forgets a lot of things. If you go back and look at a lot of Napoleon interviews, he won't speak on because of his religion. And then a lot of things he'll tell you, man, it could be. I just don't remember. I was drunk a lot of times. Go and listen to the interviews and you'll see that he says that a lot. But Napoleon, you know, he's not out there just making up shit. I'll give you that.
Someone asked Reggie, is it really true that Daz thought he was going to win Publishers Clearinghouse?
Oh, he believed that. True hearted. His girl had him convinced. It was really Maria that had him convinced of that. Please, y'all, don't ever think that when I be talking about Daz's wife, I'm talking about Kenya. Kenya and Daz was never married. But I'll be talking about this young lady named Maria from Indiana. A sweet girl. Very, 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 very naive. Very naive young lady. But yeah, he really believed that for a long time. Pac album's owned by the estate, correct? Pac and the Chronic is owned by UMG. The Chronic is owned actually by Dr. Dre, and they sold to a company called, damn, it's on that interview that John posted. I can't think of the name of the company. UMG probably just distributed, but it's a company that they bought it. I can't think of the name of it right now. But it's on that press thing that John put out. He admitted Tyrone Turner beat him up. That must got hands. Bet he won't try Mob James. Oh, okay. Reggie, do you have any stories about Big Mike? No. Are the convicts? The convicts, crucial convicts, they were from Chicago and stuff, but not when Big Mike and they were before my time. John, look on that press telegram right quick and get the name of those people.
Okay.
The company that actually owns it.
Yeah. Let's see. Sale was
MD3 respect.
Sorry.
RS7 respect. Miller Thomas respect.
All right, he sold it, Reggie. It was acquired by Shamrock Holdings and Universal
Shamrock,
Music.
yes. Shamrock Holdings is the one that actually owns it now. Somebody that seemed like they knew what they were talking about put in the comment section telling me that Dre only sold those rights for $200 million for 10 years. I don't know that to be a fact, but the person sound like he really knew what he was talking about. And on that video that we posted a couple of days ago, he said that Dre only sold those rights for 10 years. So if y'all hear that, the guy appeared to sound like he, like he knew what he was talking about. And like I told you, well, I didn't research the contract enough to know that. But I never heard that about Britney Spears or Nelly or any of the other people that been selling their rights and getting 50 million and $100 million or so. Oh, somebody knows me. So Black Cash Dream says, so he called me Junie. Whenever you hear somebody say Junie, that means they know me from either the Imperial Courts or they know me from when I was a kid. So let's see what he said. Junie. Keffe D got court on the 30th of June for a motion to press evidence. Do you believe Greg will show his face? I don't think they need Greg. There's an active cop that was Greg's partner by the name of Dupree that handled a lot of the stuff that probably be on that case other than Greg Cadings. That's who I think they will probably call over Greg. That's the guy that y'all hear on the auto, on those tapes from Mike Dorsey been playing. John, if you get a chance, send Mike Dorsey a link.
Okay.
I'll invite him on, give him his props for what he's been doing. Get him to talk to him. I want him to come on for a minute if he got a minute.
Okay.
Okay. Tell a story about the twins, Ron O'Donnell. Yep. I don't fuck with them. They good dudes. I don't speak on Ron O'Donnell. I ain't got no problems with Ron O'Donnell, and I ain't trying to have no problems with Ron O'Donnell. But those are good dudes. I've been knowing them just as long as I know Suge. They say you was like Denzel from Training Day. I never planted drugs on anybody. Reggie, can you explain the importance of having your masters, or is it? Well, no, because generally, once you own your master, that means you own 100% of it. You still going to always pay a distribution fee. A distribution fee is anywhere from 20% to 30%. That's the company that's going to put it up and post it and all of that. So now the streaming game is so different. It's just kind of hard to monitor or maintain. And I don't think the streaming companies will want to cheat the big companies like Interscope and all of that. And so I think they got things in place to watch it. And so I think that would be my only reason to deal with a streaming company. I mean, one of the majors versus just putting it up by myself. Because trust me, people play with numbers. They play with numbers. So, and you need big companies like that so they won't play with numbers because they don't want to get cut off. Did you threaten to put hands on Russell Simmons? No. Or did Suge threaten that? No, I never heard that. Suge would say crazy things about Russell. Russell sent him some roses one time. That pissed Suge the fuck off. I didn't understand. I mean, a man said, you send a man another bottle of liquor, a bottle of Cristal or something like that. But I remember one time he sent Suge some roses, and that pissed Suge the fuck off. But Russell always wanted to be cool with Suge. Y'all don't know, but that song Regulator with Warren G, that saved Def Jam. And then Montel Jordan with This Is How We Do It. That saved Def Jam. Then Jay-Z and Method Man and DMX, then they took off. But Warren G and Montel Jordan saved Def Jam back in the day. Yes, I was at the Christmas party in '95.
Someone asked Reggie, do you think Suge is really going to name Tupac's shooter in this book?
Y'all ain't gonna hear nothing I ain't already heard. Crooked Cops, David Kenner, Snoop Dogg, and he gonna say that in a roundabout way. Suge's biggest fear is having to be on the stand and get subpoenaed and have to drive across that desert to go and be at Keffe D's trial. Now, if he can get the governor of California and Nevada to talk to get his ass out, he'll tell on your mama. But who wants to call him? Who would call Suge Knight? The defense attorney already told you they don't run to call him. They already think he's a compulsive liar. They already saying that. You go and really read that article in the U.S. Today, they pretty much saying, yeah, you can't believe what, the only one believe what Suge's saying now, today, is that gap tooth motherfucker that, that's over there. And now, he want to play old audio from Suge when he was doing the interviews on Art about a year ago, like Suge saying stuff currently, just because y'all keep running over there giving him views, and so he can get his little 2,000 views. But that's the only person. But if you listen to what that gap tooth motherfucker was saying 2 or 3 years ago or whatever, he was calling Suge the biggest liar in the world. So, Suge plays with this case like a puppet. So whoever calls him, the opposite team, just gonna tear him up. So Suge only just want to do anything to make some money, keep himself relevant off of this case. Suge could care less if who goes to jail or anything, because if that was the case, he would have really told the truth. So yeah, Suge said Snoop wanted to be a blood. Well, if you know anything about power rules and bloods, how many Crips do you hear use the word dog? But that's another story. That's a blood term, though, y'all, or a Paru term. Just my opinion. I don't believe the allegations you're involved, but the statements are all on the internet. Well, statements by who? Keffe D and Suge? Okay. Well, if you believe their mouth is prayer books to you, then okay. Then you got to listen to them. I could give a fuck what a Suge Knight say because he's a compulsive liar, and I can care what Keffe D say. He's supposed to say shit like that. As long as you don't hear no investigator or no DA saying no shit like that, then y'all could miss me with trolling. Y'all think I give a fuck what a nigga with bumps on his dick got to say that bangs his heads on the jail cell and all of that. Admit it. I got paperwork saying that. When he goes to jail, that dude videos out of his car. A gap tooth motherfucker that every now and then living out of a motel. If y'all don't see that motel in the background when he doing his interviews, that's because him and his wife always kicking him out of the house because he don't make no money, and he just always doing YouTube. So he get Art the Dialogue to get him a little room, a hotel every now and then. Y'all look at the next time he's doing a video. It's always in a hotel, a motel. Or a motherfucker snitch no joke that shakes every time he hear the name Damon Dash. He came on our live stream trying to talk shit on our live stream, and I asked him, hey, do you have nervous breakdown whenever you hear the name Damon Dash? And he ran off the live stream then. Damon Dash and them slapped the shit out of him. You ever hear of a nigga slapping the shit out of me? You better believe. All I gotta say is mama better find out what suit he want to be buried in. That's the truth. Y'all can believe that. Reggie, do you think Keffe D will be convicted? Yes. I think he's gonna take a plea deal. Reggie, how hard is it to start up your own security company? Well, number one, you got to have the credentials to do it, what they call a qualified manager. So you got to have some experience or some schooling or some law enforcement or some type of training to own a security company. Well, to be the qualified manager, not to be the owner. So you got to be the owner and then you got to be a qualified manager. But the main thing is just having money for the startup and getting that license. And if you're serious, hit me on DM and I'll help you, with information. If you just want to be a bodyguard, you don't need to have a security company to be a bodyguard. Okay. Baltimore. Did you go and check out Tupac Street yet? On Melissa and Rodney Street, you'll see where they went out there. Melissa and Rodney involving, or Rodney and Melissa involving. They went out and took a picture of the street signs and all of that they just named after Tupac Shakur, where he grew up at. You need to go check that out in your neighborhood. Leave Keffe D alone. That's my cousin. Well, you know what Keffe D can suck on, right? You know that, right, Dakota? Both of them lie. He said he took your wife to the Tyson fight. Yeah. Well, I bet you couldn't show a picture. Bet you can't get anybody else to say that that's true. Anybody, any of his homeboys, anybody from over there, South Side or in Hood. Bet he can't get one person to co-sign that. But he's supposed to say that. He's supposed to say that. That's called get back. What did I say about his wife? That the homeboy Bunchy had her grabbing her ankles while he was married. He's talking about a time when I didn't even supposed to know my wife. But his wife was grabbing ankles while they were married. So he's supposed to say that. But I bet he can't deny that his wife wasn't grabbing ankles during their marriage. Can you and Neckbone James start up a podcast together? I know y'all got some good stories. I might do that with Vlad TV. Maybe I'll go and do some segments over there like that. Over here at Bomb First, I don't have the budget right now to make that convincing to John to do. But Vlad might do that. Who knows? I don't know. Got to give Neckbone a break right now. If y'all notice, the questions are getting kind of soft on Neckbone right now. He done did about 3 major platforms and 3 different interviews. Let's see, Vlad twice, Murder Rap, so 4. 4 interviews in the last 3 months. It's kind of hard to come up with some questions right now. Kind of hard. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do that. So we might have to give Neckbone a break for a month or 2. Wait till the Keffe D trial come up and then let him respond and stuff then. Because when the Suge book come out, and which should be sometime in August, and Keffe D trial be going on August, September. Bomb First gonna be a very, 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 very popular YouTube channel. How about them Knicks? Yeah. I think my prediction is gonna be wrong. I told y'all Knicks and Spurs, huh? If y'all go back and listen to our last live stream, I said Knicks and Spurs gonna be in the championship. Yeah, I think OKC. The Spurs, yeah. Yeah, Knicks definitely looking good. But I think it's gonna be OKC and Knicks now. But my prediction, I don't like to switch up. My prediction were the Spurs. Hey y'all, I need y'all. It's 80 to 90 of y'all on here. I need y'all to go and fill out this. We ain't going nowhere until about another 30, 40 minutes. But I need y'all to go and fill this out for me for 5 minutes. Please. is already pinned up in the comment section. This will help me and John out tremendously. If y'all listen to this commercial, and it's just about maybe trying to get $1,000, y'all. $1,000, up to $1,000. Oh no, $1,000 or more. I've been saying it wrong. John had to correct me. But y'all could probably be getting $1,000 or more real soon. And Morgan and Morgan will be calling y'all. So if y'all can listen to this commercial right quick, and y'all could fill that out, be greatly appreciated.
If you or your child spent years growing up on social media and experienced serious mental health struggles, you should hear this. Recently, a jury ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They knew their apps could contribute to anxiety, depression, and body image issues, but did not share those risks while prioritizing profits. The recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. Now Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm they've caused. Click the link in my bio to take a short quiz. You may be entitled to potential recovery of up to $1,000.
If you copy and paste that you did that, you can ask me any question you want. I guarantee you that's like sending me a super chat, which this person just did. And appreciate you, Hobo Raider. Okay, appreciate that. So let's see what you said. You said, Reggie, what was Suge thinking when he pressed Crucial Conflict? He never liked that dude Kadar. Trust me, they had the connection to make it. I think Kadar got him, right? The Kadir Entertainment. And I remember going to a meeting one day, and Kadir was working up at MCA, and he had a relationship with Doug Morris. And he was always never liked him for some reason, but I think he just it might have been too much money. But that's where he got Tyrone Rice, the guy that hurt him bad, and LT Hutton, and Danny Boy. All of them were all connected with them. And I don't know what happened. It was a dude named Shorty that had a lot of them, and that he had a lot of respect for. So anyway, yeah. Okay. Hold on, John, 1 second. Take over. I got it. Somebody texting me.
Okay. Let's see. Unknown Raider guy, I'll ask him as soon as he comes back on about the Dre question. But let me read it. I don't think I breached your contract, Chronic. But didn't he give up his rights? Yeah, he gave up his rights in 1996, but the separation agreement didn't include ringtones and like it had to, from what I understand, we'll ask Reggie, but from my understanding, the album had to retain exactly how it was. It couldn't be remixed or changed or digital. It couldn't be sold digitally. It was only for physical stuff. We'll ask Reggie about it because he was definitely involved in that stuff. Okay, yeah.
Okay, sorry about that, John.
No.
I just got my last 2 sets of Usher tickets sold.
Oh, that's good.
Somebody want to know where I can sell it. Man, I was trying to buy some tickets for my wife and them for Saturday night, and I messed around and bought Friday night. So I had to sell the ones for Friday night, buy the ones for Saturday night. But anyway, yeah.
Unknown Raider.
They're going, huh? They're going good now. What you asked me now?
Somebody asked Reggie, let me see. Question.
Happy Memorial Day, ball head. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. It was said that Dre sued in 2011 because of breach of contract on the Chronic, but didn't he give up his rights to the Chronic when he left in 1996?
He sued. Okay, so what happened was he did sue, and that's how he got his rights. What happened was when they did the separate agreement, they didn't talk about royalties after the fact. They just gave him the money and the royalties that was owed, like I did the buyouts with everybody, all the way up until that point. Nobody knew that this shit was gonna sell, after the fact. Everybody just start just like on the YouTube videos. Once they out for a week or two, you usually think you ain't making no more money off of that. You didn't know like we've been doing. Shit, we've been making $4,000 or $5,000 a month just by reposting shit. Nobody knew that you would do that in the music game. Just like people starting to learn in the YouTube game. That flashbacks pays as well. So I'm saying all that to say that that's what happened. Dre would not sue Suge while Suge owned it. So Suge owned, Death Row up until 2006, 2007. Dre was not tripping. Dre was like, whatever. I'm not, he wanted Suge out of his life. Wasn't tripping. Now the issue came up in 2001, 2002, when Howard King sent a letter saying, hey, y'all owe us royalties, this, and this. I'll go up to the prison. Suge down there, hit a gasket and it went away. Jimmy came up once and offered Suge $5 million to buy the album The Chronic from Suge, from Dre. $5 million. I think it got up to $7 million. But Suge turned it down. Suge was like, no. So in 2007, 2008, 2009, what happened, y'all? What happened? Another company bought it. Well, Wide Awake. E1 Entertainment, doing it. So they started sending letters to them saying, hey, y'all owe us royalties. Y'all owe us royalties. Y'all owe us royalties. Y'all been selling this. And so they kept calling me E1 because I was working for E1. And it was like, man, where's the separation agreement? Y'all saying that y'all paid Dre off. And I'm like, we don't owe Dre shit. We don't owe Dre no money. And they were like, well, that's not what the separation agreement says. And so the money was like crazy. It was like $4 or $5 million. And that was when I was involved in like 2008, 2009, that they were saying that was owed. So I guess in 2011, because Suge don't own it, so Suge don't care no more. They sent a letter to E1, which was Koch, saying, hey, this money is owed. This money is owed. And, so they was about to go to court. And then that's when they just made an agreement that to give Dre the rights. And then, because Koch definitely didn't want to pay no $7-8 million to Dre. But they had paid all the money, the advances to Suge. And shit, they had only paid like $18 million for it, for the company. So you don't want to pay no $6, $7, $8 million, for one album. Well, you owe everything. So anyway, they made a deal and gave Dre the rights to the Chronic. So Dre has been owning the Chronic since about 2012, 2013. Outright. Did that answer your question? For those of y'all that care, I'll tell y'all a little secret. If any of y'all care for a Chronic 2000, still smoking? If it's not up yet, which I think is up on streaming, by Monday or Tuesday, it'll be up on streaming. So y'all can go and download that music. Oh, man, everybody calling me, John. I don't know. Hold on, John. You're going to take over for a minute.
Okay. And one thing to add to that Dre thing, too, is I'm not positive on the timeline, but I know at Wide Awake when we did the Chronic relit, Dre sued because there was something in the separation agreement that said the Chronic had to stay exactly how the Chronic was. And because they changed the cover art a little bit and then added those bonus songs, it was some sort of breach of contract. So that might have started the ball rolling with them suing E1. Because in 2012, when that came out, Dre didn't own it outright, or Wide Awake wouldn't have been able to do that. But shortly thereafter, he did.
Hello? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know he should have took that $5 or $7 million, but he had that King Third, he had that Michelet in his ear then. And I remember one time they came trying to give us an override and advance. I think the advance was only like $500,000 and an override. on Chronic 2001, just to use that name, Chronic 2001. And no, it wasn't Chronic 2001. It was going to be Chronic 2000, right? Because y'all noticed the album came out in 99, but it was 2000 was the big year. That was the year everything was supposed to crash and all that shit. The Y2K or whatever it was called. So he came up there and Miss Chalet say, "No, sure, don't let him use the name The Chronic. That's gonna blow Dre back up." I said, "Bitch, are you crazy?" I said, "Dre already blown back up. He got that white boy over there. Him and him already blew Dre back up. What the fuck you talking about gonna blow Dre back up?" I say Eminem done put out 10 million albums. But anyway. But yeah, Michelet. Yeah, Michelet and shit. Michelet and shit. Well, he got a beautiful daughter. I love it. Because his daughter Bailey is a beautiful young lady. Okay. What else? Okay, John, go ahead, take over. Tell me what's something.
Yeah, somebody asked if you agree with Vlad saying that Gene is the most lying guest he's ever had.
That who was?
That Gene Deal was Vlad's most lying guest.
I've been telling you. Well, okay, I believe that. I can't say the most because I think T.K. Kirkland. Well, I honestly believe Gene Deal rewrites stories every time he has spoken. But y'all don't believe that. A lot of y'all don't believe that. A lot of people say Gene is the truth. But Gene, I can show y'all 10 different things that he done rewrote or restated or said one way and then changed the mind and said another thing. But I don't have no, I done learned, just keep poking bears and fucking with people. Whatever. Everybody's story is their story. People gonna believe what they want to believe, and hey, that's what it is. It is what it is, right? So what I was going to tell y'all though, and I'll get to you, Hobo Robert, in 1 second. I was going to tell you guys, anybody that shows me a picture that y'all signed up and got approved for the Morgan to Morgan, or even if you didn't, screenshot it and post it on here. We'll do something special. We'll do a request for you or something, whatever you ask of us. Okay, Hobo Raider. We also got another one. If y'all go in there and y'all look at well, Under Armour is paying people, and all you got to do is have an Under Armour account at any time, and they giving out $500. But I think it's some other things too, because they had a breach of information got out there. So if you ever signed up and had an account with Under Armour, please fill that one out, because that's an easy one. You definitely gonna get paid on that one. Is it true Suge was scared of Boo-Yaa Tribe? No. He had a lot of respect for the Boo-Yaa Tribe. Boo-Yaa Tribe came around. What was his name? Monster and them was around. Majorly 2000, let's see when I left. 2001, 2002. They were around tough every day. Boo-Yaa Tribe was cool dudes. The Boo-Yaa Tribe had a lot of respect for Suge. I don't know about the things with the Eazy and all of that. Y'all heard what happened there. I don't know which set they were, but Monster from the Boo-Yaa Tribe, I think he's on some of the albums that they did in 2002 or 2003, where Crooked Eye and all of them was around. My boy Darren Vega, or Vegas. How I always say his name. How is it, John? Is it Vega or Vegas?
It's Vegas, like Las
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah, okay. I gotta remember that. I always call him the wrong name. But they're in Vegas. Yeah, I brought them around, and they were around a lot. After I left and went over to run American Music, did my album with the Relatives. So they were around 2002, 2003, 2004. When they left, I don't know. Okay. Any more? Okay. All right. Have you watched the TV show Nimmy's yet? No. I heard season 2 is coming out. The one I watch is a show called Startup. Uh, I've been watching those Tyler Perry shit. That shit is good. That one, Divorce Sisters. Divorce Sisters. And yeah, I know I love my Love Islands and all that shit. That shit gets me all Love Islands and stuff. And then I've been watching a TV show that I hadn't watched. Uh Blacklist. And then I've been watching The Rookies. Those are shows I've been watching lately, but my show's about to start coming back on. My boy Kanan and them last season. That's about to come on. That's about to start up. And I'm giving a shot. Yeah, I know I like my white boys, my ranch stuff. And I was big on Yellowstone. So I watched the first 2 episodes, and I'm gonna give them the Dutton Ranch. The Dutton Ranch, I'm gonna give that a shot. I like that crazy white woman. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I've been watching. But y'all know me, I'm a sports guy. I've been watching my Dodgers, who has been tripping, and of course the NBA basketball. Junie, can you explain the fallout with you and Art? I got in my feelings about 2 years ago after he did an interview with Timmy Rue, and I posted up an interview with James that I had did at my house and controlled and gave the questions to, but it was done on his channel when me and Art was cool, and I posted it, and he called himself trying to sue me for it. And for posting it for copyright infringement, but that's because he had Norman and Gaptooth in his ear. He says, he didn't follow through on it, but I just feel like he rolled with them over me. And y'all know how I start talking shit once I get my feelings. But for the last year, me and Art, we haven't been cool. We haven't spoken to each other, but we don't have no problems with each other in my mind. He have allowed us to post some things from his channel since then, and told us no problem. So I know all it take is a phone call, but I'm not one to easily just want to go and be back cool with somebody when I feel I didn't do anything wrong to deserve to be turned on. So yeah. And then for some reason, Vlad and him was getting interviews at the same time, and he knew I was cool with both of them, and he thought I was leading a lot of interviews over to Vlad, and I didn't even know people that he was accusing me of, like that boy. Who was that guy from Junior Mafia, John, that I told you?
Lil C's?
Yeah, Lil C's. He thought I, right when he did the Lil C's interview, was about to do it. Vlad turned up and did it, and he accused me of doing that and stuff like that. So, but Art was way better than me than Vlad. Vlad's good to me, but Art was twice as good to me than Vlad. So I wouldn't have turned on. I wouldn't have did Art like that. So, but that's what he thought. But it's all good. And then plus he fucks with a groupie homosexual. So, and I don't like guys that mess with homosexuals, knowingly homosexuals, or guys that's hiding to be homosexuals. Put it that way. I don't mind homosexuals. I just don't like guys that's hiding to be homosexuals. I don't like that. And I'm not saying Art is. I'm talking about a guy that he fucks with. Actually, 2 guys. Because I think he quietly is the one that, I think Choke No Joke is the one that turned Suge on to Art. And I know Choke No Joke's a homosexual. You ever notice a guy that goes on trips to like ballet and all of the countries that look like little boys and stuff, and they always on trips by themselves? Whenever guys going on trips by themselves and don't take a bitch with them, they fucking faggots. Yeah, I just know that. Learn that from Reggie Wright. They don't learn anything, and they go to little trips to mess with little boys. Yep. Any opinion on Aries Spears? I think Vlad wanted to stop dealing with Aries Spears because Aries Spears he did about the same that Boosie did, right? And I notice he's not going that hard on Boosie, but he going hard on Aries Spears, right? That's my point, Raider guy. Yeah, so I think something happened where Vlad really don't like Aries Spears. I swear I went to text Art, or I said it on somebody's show. I know I told John, I said that's the worst mistake and I wish I would have did it, because like a day or two later it came out. I wish I started to do a video about it. Said the worst mistake Vlad could have did was telling people how much he paid Boosie. I said, boy, that is gonna drive niggas crazy. Vlad did a good job by heading it off. He only lost one person from it. But I had never heard him offer anybody over 10,000, to be honest. And I had some major interviews set up for him. Suge being one, G being another. But they all wanted more than 10,000. And he had never went over 10,000. Trayvon Lane, none of them had ever went over 10,000. And when they heard 25,000, God dog. Who's more influential, Iverson or Kobe? Magic Johnson, but Kobe by far. Ivan Iverson went broke, y'all, and he was walking around Atlanta. A lot of people thought Iverson was gay, y'all. Yeah, for those y'all don't know those rumors, but yeah, but I don't believe that. Do you think that Jazz just did that to try to get universal attention? No. Daz did that because Daz is crazy like that. And Daz gonna get y'all like he did. He got y'all on those Tupac albums when everybody started sending him money and kept sending him money. And nobody ever got the CDs. Yeah, I remember he was selling those CDs for $100 or $500 or something. Which one of y'all ever got one? He just as bad as Gobi with that shit. Always promising people they gonna do something. People send them money, then they never come through. But now Daz, it costs you. Daz selling everything with a signature for $45. And what it cost you to mail a CD? About $10? Well, I guess he'd do it. Well, who the fuck well, I guess you do it as a collector. Well, who got a fucking CD player? I don't even think they sell cars with CD players anymore, do they? I ain't seen a CD player. I guess for most of y'all that don't know, you can play it. I know all you geeks got PlayStation, so I guess you can play it on the PlayStation 5 or whatever. But shit, I didn't know they had I didn't know you had CD players anymore, but I forgot I got a geek son. And so I know you can play it on your PlayStations, I guess. Yep. Machiavelli and Diligent, exactly. Reggie, which of the Outlaws is your favorite? Mutau by far? Napoleon by far? Napoleon always has been. Yeah, Big Psych was cool too, though. I had a good relationship with Big Psych. But that was because we was always, Big Psych was always with Pop. And then I was always with Suge. The younger Outlaws wasn't always with Pac like y'all think. Yeah, but Big Psych and Bo was until Bo went crazy. Yeah. So nobody has posted that y'all filled out the Morgan and Morgans for me yet. I have no friends. I told John I got at least 3 or 4 friends that would do it just because I asked them to do it. I say at least 3 or 4 of my friends will go and fill that out. But yeah, I ain't took care of me.
Looks like one person so far, Reggie, from the street.
Oh, I got one friend. Okay. Did he post it? Did he show it, or you just got it from?
No, you can't post photos on YouTube comments. So
Oh,
it'd
okay.
just be somebody who would have to tell us, like, oh, I
He
did it.
just said he did. Okay.
No, I
Reggie
looked in the
did.
back end to see if it was credited. One was credited. No one
Okay.
said they did. So
Got you. Okay. Reggie did Suge meet David Kenner on the way to. Okay. All right. Let's make that make sense. If Suge met with David Kenner on the way to Vegas, what do that mean? I mean, what do that mean? What does that mean? They might have. I don't know. But they were always meeting up to David and have probably went and got a bunch of cash to give the Suge. Or David always was trying to make himself feel important. Would say, oh, Suge, I need to meet with you so I can get you to sign this or do that. But what do that mean? So, because now he knows where Tupac going to be. Okay, well, the diversion at the bus stop, at the hamburger stand, he knew that they were going to get into an argument with the guys from Long Beach Poly, the football team. So he knew that. Man, come on, y'all. Just because people say stuff, you know what? I understand why y'all think like this. Because I watch TV shows now, and I'll be looking at TV shows, be like, damn, that's a major conspiracy. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't in that entourage though, but I'm just saying I don't understand what. Even when that was made a big thing, when Jamela was telling it, I was like, okay. So what that means? What that means? David go put a tracking device on their car? I never. I don't know. I don't know. But if David would have called and told Suge, Tupac, Reggie, or anybody that it's emergency, we need to turn around and come to the office and talk to him. We would have turned our ass around and went to the office and talked to him to see what he had to say. Now, if it was some bullshit, he might have got his ass cussed out. But trust me, we would have went and saw if David would have called and said, hey, I need to holler at y'all. We would have took our ass straight to wherever David was. All right. They thinking about the movies. Yeah, exactly. Watch too much TVs. Probably met with him. Exactly. Did you know anything about Tupac being threatened by the JDL? I never heard that. But the Jewish, Mike, we don't have Mike Klein on the show, the guy that ran the JDL, was the head of the security team, Mike Klein. If anybody heard the interview with me and Mike Klein, we always had a great relationship with the JDL. I had a great relationship with Shaheed. Man, shout out to Farrakhan's son, the guy that run all the security for the Nation of Islam. Do y'all hear who he's dating now? Every male that's born in 1966 to about 1974, probably every male born in any of the 60s to about 1960 to 1973, 74, dream girl. Y'all know who that is? Who everybody wanted to be that was my age, that's about 59, 60 years old. Do y'all have any idea who that young lady is? Well, there's two. I've never really been a Holly Berry fan, so because she's too skinny for me, but okay. Holly was one, but that's not who I'm talking about. No, nobody talking to me. Okay. Janet Jackson. Farrakhan the son is nothing with Janet Jackson. Pam Grier was a little too old. Janet Jackson. Did not know that until recently. Damn, Janet Jackson. Yep. But anyway, shout out. He said Jackie Brown. Jackie Brown is guess who? That's your boy. That's Pam Grier. Nia Long was good. Well, everybody didn't lust over. They lust over a lot of the any woman that y'all go and watch on Fresh Prince. Any of those young girls that was on Fresh Prince had them all. Will Smith. That's why. That's why I'm convinced Will Smith and Magic Johnson both went gay because they had so much women around them, so much pussy around them, where they just was like, I want to try something different. You know, it must be like she just because man, Will Smith, every girl in Fresh Prince, I'll be looking at it like, damn, she played in Fresh Prince. Every girl from the 90s. Yeah. He said Isaiah Thomas too, Bad Boy Pistol. I don't think Isaiah was gay. Isaiah was too tough, y'all. Isaiah was a gangster, y'all. Isaiah was a fool. Isaiah the one to put Magic out there. Well, y'all, for y'all don't know, Isaiah said when Magic came out with HIV, he said, and that hurt Magic. They just made up. He said, well, Magic shouldn't have been playing both sides of the field or something like that. Yeah, actually, it was for the younger guys, Jay. Maybe you might be a little younger than me. You probably about 50, maybe 40, 45 to 50. The younger guys liked Ashley. Now, we loved Hillary, but we mainly loved the girls that were always Will's love interests. I mean, everybody played in it. Yeah, Isaiah. Y'all notice a lot of those basketball player kids are gay. You know what, y'all? We just got to admit it, y'all. It's a lot of gay motherfuckers in the world. Yeah, Tyra Banks was one. It's a lot of gays. Everybody got it in their family now. Yeah, everybody got it in their family now. Yep. All right. What else, John? Go ahead. We're not gonna be on long, y'all. We just came on just to check in with y'all, say what's up. Let me give us what y'all think about what's going on there with No Jumper, man. Poor NFA, huh? God damn, that DP shit. Man, I tell y'all that gangster shit is. How are you gonna DP somebody 50 years old? Man, I wish a nigga would come talking about DP. Oh my God. They DP'd a 50-year-old man. Yeah, Leo was bad, but Leo was bad, y'all. All the other dudes was bad. But I'm telling y'all, niggas, my age, 59 years old, y'all go talk to your uncle. They love Janet Jackson. They love Penny from the Good Times. Everybody wanted Penny. Everybody wanted Janet from Poetic Justice. Everybody wanted. Yeah. When is Bomb first gonna be recording again live? Yeah, Kim Fields was okay. Kim got fat though quick. She got fat on us quick. And then she played the bougie role. I'm telling y'all could name all the girls. All the girls were the shit back in the day. Shit, Sally Richardson. But nobody was like Janet, y'all. Nobody was loved like Janet Jackson. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that girl, Brooke Shields. If you like the white girls, Brooke Shields was real popular. Thelma had a body. Thelma had a shape. Yeah, Thelma had a shape. Yeah, and then your girl Jada, not Jada. What was my girl Jasmine Guy? Jasmine Guy was really, people love Jasmine. The Cosby mom, yeah, that was the older guy. Okay, I'll tell y'all something older. Who did y'all daddies like? My daddy is 80. My daddy and them was crazy about. Y'all remember that football host, the first lady that was on NFL Today? Y'all remember Too Sweet Wife? Y'all can age yourself. Y'all know about Too Sweet Wife. Who was Too Sweet Wife? Exactly. The Memphis 74, you know. That goddamn Jane Kennedy. Oh my God. Our daddies love Jane Kennedy. Too Sweet got her. Y'all ever go get a chance to watch a show called Penitentiary? Y'all want to watch an old TV show? Look, watch Linda Carter. Yeah, y'all go watch Penitentiary. Okay, John. I know it's a few things we need to cover because I'm really about to end it. Lola Falana. Lola was old. Anything else we need to really cover? So we talked about NFA. What else going on in the news? I said,
what about that racist streamer who shot himself?
Chad,
that idiot? Yeah.
Chad the racist. That's what's going to happen to Charleston White one day, y'all. What Chad? But do y'all know? You know what, y'all? I'm going to say something. Y'all going to think I'm crazy. But Vlad did to Charleston White what John did to Whack 100. Do y'all know what I mean by that? I'm going to say it again. Vlad did for Charleston White what John on Bomb First did to Whack 100. Okay. So what I mean by that is he part human. That interview that's going on over there on Vlad TV right now, man, he humanized Charleston White to me. He made me kind of like Charleston White. Do y'all remember the first interview that John did with Whack 100? I remember a lot of people were like, God damn. John got him to act like he had some sense, you know. He did a great interview, you know. Wasn't with all that theatrics and all of that. That's what I would take from the interview. That's what I would take from the interview with Charleston White. I'm just trying to talk about things that's going on right now on other channels. That goddamn Poetic Flacco kicking everybody's ass right now. He offered me about a year ago to team up with him. My ass was being loyal to John ass. Should have shook John, huh? That goddamn Poetic Flacco, boy, he kicking ass right now. He's doing a good job. Shout out to Poetic Flacco. We're going to get him over here on Bomb First one day. The first leak sex tape was with Too Sweet and Jane Kennedy. Correct. Don Z. Apollonia, Prince, all the Prince women look good. All the Prince girls look good. Yeah, Apollonia was good. Yeah. Charleston White is a bucket. Yeah, I would tend to agree with you. I would agree with you about Charleston White. I just said he listen to the interview. You got to see that the nigga, he's stupid, but he's smart. He do some crazy stuff, but you could tell he's smart though. He's smart. I swear. Well, what you think about Jalik? I think Jalik is. Yeah, I have no comment. I don't know them. I think all of those no jumper hostess over there, other than Poetic Flacco, and Whack 100. Y'all know I don't say that. And Adam, everybody else I could do without, to be honest. He said Charleston White is the biggest hypocrite. Yeah, I mean he's hard to. Prior to the interview with Vlad, I couldn't listen to him, but I guess because Vlad was interviewing him, I listened to him. What you think about Yo-Yo? Yo-Yo is beautiful. Don't she have the most beautiful eyes? Beautiful eyes. Yo-Yo eyes. I'll get lost looking at Yo-Yo straight to her eyes. Straight in her eyes. Yeah, I don't have no problems with Yo-Yo. I don't want to say nothing bad about Yo-Yo. That might be the future owner of the Tupac estate. What do you mean by that, Reggie? Y'all think on it. Reggie, was Pac supposed to? Let's say, what did it say? What up, Almighty Trey? How you doing, brother? I ain't been seeing you in the comments that much lately. You been all right? Reggie Park was supposed to play Malik in Higher Learning. I heard these questions like that. Y'all got to ask John. But I do remember hearing something about he tried out for that movie and something happened, or that stuff. But yeah, y'all have to ask John that. John,
I don't know. I think he did. I think he did because he accused
there was
John
something I
Singleton of
heard
stealing
about that
films and stuff.
in that Higher Learning. Any
Yeah.
memories of Grady? Oh, Grady. Grady was. My dad took Grady up. My dad did a class at Compton College one time, and he took Grady up to speak at Compton College in one of his classes. Shady Grady was, yeah, he was a real one. Shady Grady was a real one. Yeah, I remember when I think about the Wilcox, I think about their grandmother. They had a grandmother that was about, it's hard to say ages now because I be seeing motherfuckers and I be seeing, I be finding out they were 60 years old and I thought they look old. I gotta realize, shit, I'm 60 now, so I know I look old to my grandkids and stuff. But she looked real old to us, but she used to walk up and down the street to Market Basket, just walk, Miss Wilcox. And that's what I think about all the time when I hear anything about the Wilcox. A great family. They had a brother, Solomon, that did very well. And then their older brother, Walt, he did real well in the construction company. But Shady Grady, yeah, he got killed on some bullshit. But yeah, knew Shady Grady well. Grady from Sanford and Son now. Yeah, I could see Pac playing Malik. Okay, yeah. Reggie, what do you make off of MJ movie? I loved it. Me and John did a live stream right after it came off. Loved it. I see that it's going to be a part 2. Did y'all catch that? Did most of y'all catch that? Campaign to make I don't know but what y'all think about the daughter Paris suing the estate? Y'all think that's gonna eventually mess up everything? I'm like Tupac mom, how she left people that know the business in charge of the estate. I know a lot of y'all wish Seth and them was in charge of the state. I believe they should have some say so, but I don't believe they should be the decision makers because they don't know the business like that. Just because you're a family member. And I think that's the problem with Paris. I don't think she should be in charge like she thinks she should be in charge of the state. I think the only thing is the people that's in charge of the state are very, very old. So I wonder who they're going to put in place. So I think they should be at least over there training Paris and maybe the brother or whoever want to be in charge because John McClane and John Braxton or Brinkton, they got to be old. And so that would be my words about the Michael Jackson estate. But they set up a part 2. Great. If Michael Jackson nephew don't get actor of the year or best new actor of the year or whatever, live performances or whatever, that'd be a travesty. He did a great job. Yeah, his oldest son, yeah, he was a part of. No, shit, Paris is considered as a executive on the movie. She got executive credit. All the kids got executive credit, and the 2 trustees, John McClane. We're going to talk about John McClane one day. He the one was tremendously with helping Suge get a deal at Interscope. John McClane, yeah. His relationship with Dick Griffey is what got Suge in the door at Interscope. Have you seen an interview going on with Arthur Dialogue and Mike? I haven't watched that. Almighty Trey. For some reason, I hadn't saw no interest in that interview. Anything good? He said anything good? I watched the views on it, and it didn't seem like none of y'all really liked it. Yeah, I really like the film though. I hope they give the the nephew an Oscar for that, the part he played. Tell all about the hashtag I created. My hashtag. Okay, what's your hashtag? I'll tell it right quick. This is a family, a community. We help each other out over here at Bomb First. We're not like other channels. What's your hashtag? You better hurry up because John about to cut me off. Reggie, they said someone tried to get close to the White House and they heard shots. Oh, just now, recently, again? I hope, you know, I hope nothing happened to Donald Trump. And I'm not a Trumpster at all. At all. I'm more scared of J.D. Vance than I am of Donald Trump, y'all. I'll be honest, I'm more scared of J.D. Vance because, yeah, that's all I'll say. Yeah. Okay, so one of our subscribers want us to help him with a hashtag, whatever this means. I have no idea what it means, but hashtag Hink last. I done lost it now. John must have moved it. Oh, you know what? Okay, there. John posted up. So y'all, one of our supporters from our channel want y'all to check out this hashtag for him. All right, so John got quiet on me ever since I made the comment about Flacco. So let's see.
Junie,
So
where did the mishaps come from that made Tupac want another security company? Seems like you were doing your job. You will say.
That would have never happened. That was Suge. I mean, not Suge. That was Tupac's way of getting Suge's attention. That was everybody's way of getting Suge's attention by messing with Reggie. But trust me, if there would have been an issue, if I got a letter on the 27th and things wasn't worked out or I knew about it, on the 28th, not one of those motherfuckers would have been standing next to him. The 28th, the 29th, the 30th, the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, or the 13th. Y'all don't know Reggie Wright. Reggie Wright didn't need motherfuckers back then. I would have been like, man, y'all, what? You don't want me? You don't want my services? Cool. It was hard enough getting 10 to 11 cops a day working. That would have been 2 less niggas I had to beg to go and work. It would have been less of a headache. So, I mean, I know all of this, that letter, I believe the facts were sent, but I believe I didn't know about it, and I believe it must have got worked out. But Pac was hot-headed like that. If y'all ain't learned anything from that neckbone interview, if y'all gonna listen, Pac was, I say the word firecracker. He said, what? I think he used another word where he called him. I think he said hothead. But hey, I didn't know. I knew about it one time. I know the groupie tried to say I tried to change the dates and all of that. How did I know this was gonna come out? If y'all go and listen to when I first talked about that dance floor Keyshawn Johnson party, I bet you we weren't even doing camera interviews. Didn't even know who the fuck the groupie was. I bet you I first talked about that in 2018 or something. 2019. Me and John didn't start doing camera interviews until 2022. So, but of course the groupie say he made me come clean. No, I told stories. That Keyshawn Johnson shit happened in April. It was the only time I ever knew. And I tell you, still looked at me right there on the dance floor at the fucking House of Blues. I said, Reggie, don't play like that. People always misquote stuff. I was listening to something where Suge even said on he on his way. But where Suge say he even said in the interview, he told people to call Reggie to send 5 security guards. He never say he called Reggie, as people like to report. But hey, y'all, that's what people like to say to make themselves feel good. It ain't gonna change any of our lives anyway, if it is true or if it's not. It's not gonna change our life. We can't bring Pac back. We can't. And guess what, y'all? If you believe in the Bible, Pac date to die from his mother's womb was September the 13th, 1996. That's what the Bible says. All of our date is already predetermined. So if you don't say you believe in the Bible and believe in the Lord Jesus, if you don't believe that was his date to die according to the scripture. All right, y'all. So we're gonna end it there. All of y'all that filled out that Morgan and Morgan thing for me, there's 2 of them. Like I said, there's one, especially you people with the underarms that had underarm tennis shoes or account. Y'all definitely, because they had a data breach. Y'all go fill that out. I don't know a video. John haven't posted that one in a minute, but it's in the comment section on video. And then the ones for all you motherfuckers that's crazy from being on YouTube all day like I am, John is. I'm sure Almighty Trey, all of us that went crazy. Then y'all can get over $1,000.
The guy who films videos in his car needs to sign up for that one. I think he's a little crazy.
Yeah, he's definitely crazy. Yeah, he's definitely crazy. But anyway, y'all, we appreciate it if y'all go and fill that out for us. And we're gonna be doing something. Hopefully, I'll try to convince John, but John be working hard. And well, hopefully, I'll try to convince him to do something again on Monday, Memorial Day. But he may not be able to because I know he's probably working that day. But anyway, appreciate you guys. We're gonna do something new. I'm gonna try to edit up a video that I got a great topic for. Hopefully, y'all report it today. Y'all support it for us tomorrow or the next day. Because I know Al Capone got a lot of y'all confused on that neck bone statement. And so y'all watch out for that video so I can clear that up for y'all. Not to shoot at Al Capone or neck bone, just to clear things up because I done found out you let stuff ride. The last thing that goes in people's ears is what they believe. And that's unfortunate. So bomb first. My family done came home. Gotta holler at them. John got to spend some time with his daughter. And so we just wanted to jump on, do a live stream right quick. We appreciate y'all. Don't forget to support us on that Morgan to Morgan thing. Peace.